Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to do a special lesson because, according to my time, tomorrow is Chinese Lunar New Year, and then we have some traditional music playing right there. So since tomorrow is going to be the Chinese Lunar New Year, we're going to learn about the Zodiac and how to calculate which animal goes with your birth year. So first of all, 2021 is the year of the ox, and we're gonna learn an algorithm to test your year. And so this is gonna be your homework for today. Test to see if 2021 is really the year of the ox. Okay, so let's dive in. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna learn about the animals of the zodiac. You have rat. Oh, and the story of the Zodiac, how they ended up in this order, was actually because of a race, and so that was that's pretty interesting. So first place was rat. Ox and rat were tied in first place, but since, as you know, a rat is smaller than an ox, so the original rat was so tired that he couldn't run anymore. So he thought, wait, I have this big ox right here that could be my free ride. So if I can trick him, maybe he can ride me to the finish line. So the rat tricked the ox into letting him sit on the ox's head. And so they rode to the finish line because they were the early risers and they were the first ones to almost make it to the finish line. And then when they're almost there, Ox sees one of the fairies sitting at a golden table, so basically writing down who came in first place. And so Ox is so excited, he stops and then he starts to parade, and he's like, yay, I'm first place. But it's not the finish line yet. Rat immediately jumps off of Ox's head and then quickly runs to the fairy's desk, and he claims himself first place. And that's how Rat ended up in first place before Ox. So that's a pretty interesting story. We're going to have more little clips of stories later on into this lesson. Okay, so we've got Rat, Ox, third place is Tiger. Then you got Rabbit, who came hopping in fourth place. Dragon came flying in for fifth place. Okay, and then another part of the story, Snake, and on the other side of the page, Snake, Horse, and Rabbit. No, not Rabbit. Snake, Horse, and Sheep. So actually, Horse and Sheep were in the lead when Snake jumped out of one of its secret burrows and scared the horse and the sheep, making them fall behind. And then the snake quickly slithers into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th place, and then quickly behind is the horse and sheep. Then the monkey comes in swinging from the trees. Then you've got chicken clucking along. And then you got dog in 11th place. And then, of course, the lazy pig in 12th place. Legend has it that the pig, who is always lazy, just took his time. He slept, he ate, he stopped around, he lazed around, and then he made it into 12th place. Now, you might be wondering why cat is not in this list, because cat's such a popular house cat, the house cat, they're a popular animal. But the story has it that before this race, cat and rat were friends. So the cat and rat were friends, so the original ones. And so the god of the earth, the god of the ground, in Chinese mythology, so the god of the earth and ground, and so basically navigation and everything, one day he came to the Lord of the Sky's palace, so basically the Supreme Lord, and he said, my Lord, it is really hard to figure out what day, what the time of year is, because we don't know which year it is, and it's really hard to calculate time. So the Supreme Lord thought up of a way, and he told the God of the Earth. He said, announce a race tonight, and then tomorrow morning let the animals race to the finish line. And then he placed a fairy at the finish line, and then told her to keep track of who came in first place, second, and then so and so. Okay, so the God of the Earth came back to the Earth and told everybody about this race. Once Cat heard, because he knew that he always slept in late, he asked Rat, his best friend, to wake him up when it's time to race. So it's the next morning, and Rat is so eager to win the race that, oh no, he forgot to wake the cat up. And so that brings us to the story of the rat and the ox, and then so and so. After the race, so after the pig came in last place, the cat comes running in like, "My lord, which place am I in?" The Supreme Lord shakes his head and says, "You, my friend, came in 13th place, meaning you did not make it into the top 12. The cat is so angry, and he anticipates that it must have been Rat who forgot to wake him up. And so that's also the story of why cats always chase mice. The cat sees a mouse and he chases it, and then when the mouse sees a cat, they run away. And so that's a very interesting story right there. And then let's move on to part 2 of today's lesson. And of course, this is a Chinese learning lesson, so we're going to learn the Chinese names for these animals. We have rat, which is shu, 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 shi, wu, shu. Shu is the falling and rising tone, which is the 3rd tone. Ox, niu, 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 ne, yu, niu. Niu is the rising tone, which is the 2nd tone. Tiger, hu, hu, hu. And another thing is, usually when you call these animals, they are 2-worded. But when you do the Zodiac, you actually only call them by the major part of it. So, shu, so rat, you usually call it lao shu, but you take the important part of it, which is shu, which actually is the rat part, and then that's how the name of the zodiacs. So that's how it goes. Rabbit, tu, tu, te, u, tu. That is the falling tone, which is the 4th tone. And in case I forgot, tiger, hu, is the falling rising tone, which is the 3rd tone. Dragon, long, long. Long is the rising tone, which is the 2nd tone. Snake, she, shi, she. She is the rising tone, which is the 2nd tone. Okay. To the back side, you have horse. And if you watch my first video on the Chinese learning series, you remembered I gave 4 examples using the same pinyin but different tones. And then from the 3rd example I gave, which was the 3rd pinyin, is ma, ma. Mo, ma is the falling rising tone, which is the 3rd tone. Sheep, yang, yang, yang. That is the rising tone, which is the 2nd tone. Monkey, ho, 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 is the falling rising tone, so 3rd tone. So chicken is going to be the easiest one, I believe you're going to learn today. Ji is the level tone, or the 1st tone. Go, dog, Go, go, g, o, go. Third tone, so the falling rising tone. Last animal, 猪, pig. 猪, 猪, 支吾, 猪. Level tone, first tone. Alright. Now let's get into calculating some formulas. So, this is our already calculated year. So we've already calculated some years. So let's say, for example, you were born in 1985. Then your birth year would have been the year of the ox. Let's say you were born in 2000. That would have been the year of the dragon. Let's take one more example. Let's say you were born in 1992. That would be the year of the monkey. Alright, so it's time to get into the calculations. So how you actually calculate these years. So we have two different colors of writing. Green is the neutral one, so you can apply this to any of them. The blue one over here is our example. So let's do the neutral formula first. So basically, and as you can see, parentheses, PEMDAS, if you learned in school, parentheses always goes first before any other operation. That is except for some other ones, maybe? No, not. Parentheses always goes first. Okay, so you add your birth year to 9. So you add 9 to your birth year, and of course parentheses. So you do that first. After you've done that, divide it by 12. Okay, and then this is guaranteed to always come out with a remainder. Like even if it's the first year, which is the year of the rat, you're still gonna get a remainder of 1. So take a remainder and then find which animal is in that order. So, for example, if your remainder was 1, then the animal would have been rat. If your remainder was 8, then it would have been sheep. If your remainder was 12, it would have been, no, not dog, but pig. So, let's apply it. So, I chose a random year, 2018. Not 2018, but 2008. Plus 9 is 2017. And then you divide it by 12. We did the calculations already. If you used a calculator, it would have been 6.8, and then 08, that would have been rounded to the nearest hundredths place. Okay, so if you're doing this by hand, you should have got 168, with a remainder of 1. Hooray! If you did it that way, you did the much easier way. But if you did it by calculator, it's fine too. Just gotta do a few more extra steps. So if you used calculator, drop all of the decimals and then take your whole number part, which is 168, multiply it by 12 again. Okay, and then in this example, we got 2016. And then, so you take the birth year plus 9 total, which was 2017, subtracted by 2016, and then you get the remainder. And then again, the remainder is 1, so then you find the animal in that order. And in this example, it is 1, so the year is rat, okay? And so, homework. So, you have to find out if the year of if 2021 is actually year of the ox, okay? So that'll be your homework. I will give you the answers in the next video. And speaking of answers, these are the questions from last video, and then I will give the answers, okay? How many tones are there? Let me quickly write them. How many tones are there? There are 4 tones. 4 tones, okay? 4 tones. How many finals are there? There are 24 finals. And then using the second tone, what does ma mean? And she. Look at the first animal on this page. Mo, ma. Oh, sorry, not the second. Yes, it is the second tone. So actually, it's not ma, as in the horse, but its second tone, it would have been meant sesame. So, sesame. Okay, and now I will post the answers for you to look at. Okay, so here are the answers. So how many tones are there? There are 4 tones. How many finals? 24. Using the second tone, what does ma mean? Sesame. Okay, so thank you for joining us in today's special Chinese Lunar New Year Zodiac animal lesson. And I bid you farewell. And happy Year of the Ox. And I will see you in the next video.